In the book of Jeremiah, we read, "A cry is heard in Ramah, wailing, bitter weeping. Rachel weeping for her children. She refuses to be comforted for her children, for they are no longer." God, I pray that we can love the child, of the widow, of the orphan, of the stranger, more than we love our walls. These United States of America were supposed to be built on an idea of freedom and an attitude of abundance. But we've become small and afraid, seeing scarcity everywhere we turn. But love is an abundant resource. Justice is an abundant resource. Love and justice never runs out. I've lost track of how many times we've spoken out against the moral crimes committed by this White House and this administration, against the most vulnerable in our midst, children escaping poverty, and gang violence. But I'm not tired.
That's right.
We're not tired.
We're not tired.
We can do this every day until every child is released from Homestead. And that is a promise, Mr. President. Homestead is the largest shelter for migrant children in the country. Away from their guardians and loved ones, the children inside Homestead are detained indefinitely. Forced to wake up at 6 a.m., they follow prison-like schedules. They receive inadequate, unregulated education. And in recent weeks, this government has cut funding for English education, for critical outdoor play, and legal services. Comprehensive Health Services, this privately held, profit-making company that runs the detention center, receives $750 per day per child, an incentive to detain the children for as long as possible.
Shut it down.
Homestead is no home for any child.
That's right. That's right.
Homestead must be shut down immediately, and the Office of Refugee Resettlement must not open similar emergency influx shelters in the future, like the one they just announced in Oklahoma, where they are planning on using a former Army fort, also used to intern Japanese Americans during World War II, as a shelter for these children. Children belong in schools and not in cages. The fifth commandment of the Hebrew Bible says, honor our mothers and fathers.
Right.
This is not honor. This is not respect. Lady Liberty, you called us to call in your tired and your poor. Well, let's let them in with the gates of justice, mercy, and love. Give us the children yearning to breathe free.
Yeah.